like I'm going to end all particle collisions would end under my watch, which would probably not be good because there's probably a lot of necessary particle collisions. I really don't know what I'm talking about. That's the truth. I like to think I just like the idea. I don't know, like there's words that just fit this podcast. Particle collider, even collider. Oh, there's another word that looks like collider, which means I think a solid, like when asphalt is in liquid form. I think it's called something colloidal. I think that's it. Yeah, like oatmeal is another thing. Like when you put oatmeal in what do you call that stuff? Like a balm. It will be looser than a balm. In a lotion, I think that's colloidal too. Maybe mispronouncing it, and I don't know how that got on the subject. I just like in my head, I'm picturing trucks with that on there. I like looking at that on trucks when it says something colloidal on this truck. Sleep with Me, the podcast made by a man who stares at trucks and like looks for words to distract him. And hence, like, who would have thought these things would come in barely useful, like driving around with slack-jawed, looking. This is probably back when I was in the way back of the station wagon, just looking for any sort of distraction. Because that freaking, first of all, who came up with that friggin', what is that, license plate game? Only a parent, and I mean, now I'm a parent, so I'm guilty, would come up with a game like that. Because really, it can be kind of fun, like, but mostly you really need to be in like like somewhere that has a high number of tourist traffic. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be criticizing that game because I played it enough. But I guess it would be more boring to play like a game in a car where it's like look for words that Scooter might go on tangents about. Who would have thought I think if you listen to this podcast, you'd say colloidal. And whatever the proper pronunciation is, like you might say, well, I wonder how he would pronounce that. Here, that's a game. Sleep with Me, the driving game that puts the passengers to sleep. So drivers, you can't play this, but, keep your eyes out on stuff and look for words that I may mispronounce. I think French language words are probably the most likely. Because it just seems like they wreak havoc with me. Anyway, if you're new here, welcome. This is a podcast to put you to sleep, believe it or not. It's to take your mind off stuff, to keep you company. I'm your bore friend. I'm your bore bae. I'm your bore bud. I'm your bore cuz. Whatever your bore sib,